curious minds want to know. You know?
What do they want to know?
They want to know a lot of stuff about Cuenca. A reader wrote in and he asks if, when he gets here in 6 months, if there's still $300 rentals in Cuenca, Ecuador.
There's always going to be reasonable rentals. It's just a question of the person, you know, who they are and what they think they need. Because that's the thing, is the foreigners, a lot of them, they think they need certain, you know, neighborhood or trendy neighborhood or whatever, and the prices are not, of course they just keep escalating, go higher and higher. But if you're flexible and are comfortable, you know, not having to fit into a tourist mold, the people that are paying just high rents for Ecuador are foreigners, and even Ecuadorians that, well, you know, that have been out of the country for 20, 30 years, they're pretty much foreigners too. They're coming back, they don't know much about the place anymore, they haven't been here, they don't know what prices should be, they're just coming from there, so their point of reference is there too, just like any other foreigner.
Okay, you mentioned a trendy neighborhood. Is there such a thing in Cuenca?
Well, people will come in and say, you know, I want to get something in that neighborhood. And when you hear that neighborhood over and over and over, that tells me that it's circulating.
So what makes it trendy? Because there's gringos there?
Trendy, meaning that's what the prevailing thought is, that, you know, the place to be is. But that's just a matter of perspective, because
exactly.
I frankly myself, I don't see it, you know, but I'm comfortable. You know, I'm comfortable. I speak Spanish. You know, I'm comfortable walking. You know, this is my anti-smog mask. You know, and you see people wearing little scarves and stuff downtown for the smog. My dwelling where I live does not have to be 150 yards from where I shop, for goodness sakes. But you know, but that doesn't mean somebody else's situation
is different.
Isn't different, and then they require that. But I can't. I don't see how scores and scores of people would really have that need. But then again, you know, that's how foreigners are. Foreigners are new. They're outsiders.
So somebody that is just coming into Cuenca, they're not going to be able to probably find rental for $300 in a trendy neighborhood.
The way most newcomers are thinking, based on what they're reading on forums, which is just a prevailing thought, a prevailing school of thought of foreigner. That's all it is. It isn't an independent thought. It's a prevailing thought. I could see where people, you know, fit into a certain way of thinking because they're all in the same kind of boat. Hey, I don't speak Spanish. Hey, I'm not interested in Spanish. Hey, you know, I can afford more. Hey, I this. Hey, I that. And they all, you know, I could see where a certain group of people that all fit into that way of thinking would all perhaps think the same way. You know, hey, you know, we want to be in this neighborhood because that's where all the restaurants are. You know, I'm not a restaurant person. I go out once or twice a week to almuerzo. You know, I have to make sure it's got healthy almuerzo. I don't eat white rice. But I'm not a person that eats out every day.
We go to McDonald's about every 20 years.
We go to McDonald's every 25 years. The thing is that I feel like people limit themselves, but that's just one way of looking at things. Well, I can sit here and talk all day about it, okay? But
I see most neighborhoods in Cuenca, no matter which neighborhood it's in, it's walking to restaurants and shopping and tiendas and hardware stores. And
I think there's a challenge in trying to identify with everyone, because everyone's different and everyone's situation is different. If you are comfortable and okay with staying outside of the prevailing thought of a foreigner, okay, then I would say that it's still possible, as long as you stay outside of the foreigner trend. Whatever it is that you see on forums that people say is what you should do, if you're willing to do the opposite of that, then you can stay outside of the mispricing of the foreigner, because it is a mispricing. It's a foreign pricing, and
And so what about furnished? Will they be able to find a 450 furnished?
Well, again, furnished caters to the visiting foreigner, i.e. tourist. You know, you're paying for the convenience. The tourist is here for a short term, and for that convenience
of having furniture,
you pay more. You know,
Okay.
and you know, to be able to come in and for a short period have everything at your fingertips, furniture, your cable TV, this, that. You know, you pay for that, and no, it never was. I won't say never, but it always has been an area of the market that's always got upward pressure, because there's always a lot more visitors than people that are just moving here, it seems. There's a lot of people visiting.
It seems that way, doesn't it?
They want to see it first, and I don't blame them. And if you're someone that's comfortable with doing with not having to fit into that mold, and you think you're okay with that, then yeah, I think that you're still going to be able to find a long-term rental reasonably priced for $300, $350, $260, whatever the case may be.
Okay, great. Well, thanks for answering that question, Frank. I'm sure that there's some inquiring minds that want to know.